You popping yourself is damaging your spine. There's a big difference between you popping yourself and seeing a chiropractor and receiving a specific adjustment. So the basic difference is what we look for as chiropractors, we're trying to find a bone or multiple bones that are stuck, misaligned, and simply not moving right. So we'll say that they're stuck for simple terms. When you pop yourself, you're not moving or adjusting the bone that's actually stuck. What you're popping are the bones that are already loose around that stuck bone. Here's the way that it works. The body, when you move, uses all the joints in the spine to create a certain range of motion. If one is stuck, then that means one or two other ones or more have to compensate and move twice as much for the stuck bone. And so you're always going to have one or a few that are stuck, and you'll have others that are hypermobile or moving too much because of those stuck bones. When a chiropractor makes an adjustment, they adjust only the stuck bones to return those back to a normal range of motion. When you pop yourself, the only ones that you're moving are the compensations, the hypermobile joints, the ones that are already loose and moving more than they should be. And so when you pop yourself, you're taking a problem that was created by the stuck bone and making it worse. This increases degeneration, wear and tear on the joints, and it does not correct the initial problem to begin with. What has to happen is a chiropractor needs to find the stuck bone, make the adjustment on the stuck bone or bones, returning those to normal range of motion, and then leave the hypermobile or loose joints alone so that everything kind of meets in the middle. There's a radical difference in the effect on the body. So just because you hear a pop doesn't mean that it's good. Popping obviously can feel good when you do it to yourself, but just because it feels good also does not mean that it's giving you a good long-term correction. Now, the last thing I want to expand on is I had a patient that asked, well, they basically said that they pop all the time, not even trying now. They're very flexible from gymnastics, and they move one way and things pop, or they get a hug from somebody and things pop, and that isn't healthy. The question was, is that normal? No, it's not. When somebody pops that much on their own, and especially without even trying, that is a sign of hypermobility. That is a sign that they need an adjustment, because the hypermobility, unless they have an underlying medical condition, is caused by a stuck bone or multiple stuck bones. So when you move and pop that easily on your own, that's a problem. That is not a healthy spine. That lets me know that that person needs an adjustment. And when the right adjustments are made to correct the stuck bones, then the popping on their own of the other bones should stop. And they do in 99% of cases. Now, granted, yes, you're always going to have a random day. You turn, look in your back seat, and something pops. Just because maybe you turn too quick or turn too far or whatever. That's going to happen. But if your body constantly pops every day, multiple times a day, every time you move in a certain position, every time you stretch, every time you receive a hug, that's not normal. So in conclusion, I guess to kind of summarize all this, what you need to look for in a healthy individual, most of your day, things should not pop on their own. When you stretch, bones shouldn't pop in general. You need to get adjusted by a chiropractor who's going to be specific, and popping yourself is not helping. It is making it worse long-term. My hardest patients to fix are the ones that pop the most. The hardest patients to fix are also the ones that come in and have been popping themselves the longest. If popping yourself worked, then everybody that popped themselves would feel great, and they would never go see a chiropractor. And that's simply not true. That's not the way that it actually works. I would say at least 50% or more of the people that come to see me to get fixed because of all their pain and their symptoms that they're dealing with are actually popping themselves on a daily basis, probably multiple times a day. So popping yourself will not fix it. Get a specific chiropractic adjustment. I hope that helps.